Hey guys, in this video I will explain you how to make an abseil, which is a method we use to get down without help of your belayer, and it's also nice because it gives less friction on the rope and on the bolts of the area where you're climbing. And for this method we start with our stand. So in another video you could see how to build it. Well, you have it here. My lifeline is closed in a boulin, in a closed carabiner in the maillon, another carabiner in the maillon. The clovage is secured with the loop, also in a closed carabiner. If I put pressure, this is not tight, under tension, so this is a good stand. And at the moment I'm still attached to my rope, and my rope is still attached to my belayer, so my belayer is still belaying me at this point. But for abseil I don't need my belayer, so now I can call stand. Oh yeah, sorry. I can call stand to my belayer, so I also call its name, or his or her name. So, for example, if Maru would be my belayer, I could say Maru stand, which means that I'm attached to a safe stand, so Maru can tie out and, I don't know, go for a walk or something. And I'm here on my own. So, only call this word if you're really secured on your stand. Okay. I'm here now, and the first thing I want to do is I want to get the rope through the maillons, not through these bolts, because the bolts are sharp, the maillons are round, and you only want the rope to go through round objects. So I measure, I need this distance for the maillons, and this little bit to go back. Then I'll make a figure 8. No, not here. I also take a little bit extra because I need some more rope for my stopper knot. So you take like around 4 meters, and then here you make an 8 knot, which you attach to your harness, belay loop, with a screw carabiner, which you screw closed. When this is attached, I can untie my former 8 knot that I used to climb up here. And put it through the maillons, but I have to make sure that it's below the carabiners that I used. So I can freely move the carabiners when I'm hanging in the rope in a couple of minutes. Yo, do it. This one doesn't want to go. Next thing you do is that you put the rope through, and in the end of the rope that you already have now, you make like at 1.5 meters, you make an 8 knot as a stopper knot for your abseil. I'll explain later why. And you can just keep that hanging there. This 8 knot isn't able to go through this maillon. So if I now just untie this this 8 knot, I can just freely use my rope without the chance of it falling down to the ground, and I'm just hanging here without a rope. So before I will really build my abseil, I want to make sure that I can get to the ground. So I should pull the rope through to most of the time till the half of the rope. So I won't do that now because I'm already standing on the ground and it's kind of a lot of work. But normally if you do so, you can find a mid mark, which sometimes has some other color or a darker color, which is a reminder of, oh, this is the half of the rope, so now I have enough rope, if my rope is long enough, to get to the ground. And you can always check that by just looking down and see if your rope is on the ground. So now I can get to the ground on both strands of rope, so I can just now start building my abseil, for which I need the both strands. And the first thing that I need is my prusik. Which I make a prusik knot around both strands. Ish. I'll check if it bites. It does. And then I can attach it to my belay loop with a safe binder. Like this. Then I get some rope through my prusik, so the other rope is just hanging there and this is really nice and accessible to use. And before I get my tuber, I already put my screw gate carabiner in my lifeline, so that I just can easily attach my tuber to it. You put 2 strands of rope in the tuber as you're used to, but then 2 strands, which you attach to your screw gate carabiner that's attached to the small part of your lifeline. And now you can pull it a bit tighter, so it's easy to see if you did everything. Because now we built the abseil, so it's time to check if we did everything right. We put the rope through both maillons, and then the 2 strands are going through my tuber in the closed screw gate carabiner, coming out and going to my prusik. The prusik bites and is attached to my safe binder, and my safe binder is closed and attached to my belay loop. If I would hang in my abseil, what I'm doing now because my lifeline here is loose, then you see that the prusik isn't able to get to the tuber, which is good, because if it gets stuck in there, then you just hang there and not so fun. There's one last check that I should do. I already checked if I can come to the ground, and in the first end we already made the stopper knot, but in the other end we should have also made a stopper knot, which is there now, because I climbed here with a stopper knot in the end. But always be sure to also check those. When you did all your checks, you can unscrew your lifeline. And get the stand away. Yeah. Okay, so now you see that this piece of rope wasn't nicely under the carabiner because it just didn't want to. And now this getting out this carabiner will be a bit more of a struggle. But I think it still will be alright. No, not. Yes, it is. And this, the other one, is nicely on top. So I can just get it out nice and easily. cleared everything here. My abseil is correct, so I'm ready to abseil.